What is up everybody, how is it going? Welcome back to World of Tanks. And today I welcome you once again to the update 1.1. Or today I wanted to talk about update 1.1 and revamped maps or rebalanced maps. And you already know that 1.1 is one of the biggest patches that we have ever received. A massive patch content wise at least. New tech tree, new vehicles, new maps. We are going to receive 3 new maps. 2 of them are completely brand new, Minsk and Studzianki, and Pilsen is coming back to World of Tanks. That was removed prior 1.1, but they reworked it into the HD quality and they did some major changes to those maps, but also a lot of the existing maps at the moment, including Glacier, Siegfried Line, Minsk and Provence map, are going to be tuned, are going to be rebalanced. So in today's episode I wanted to show you what Wargaming is going to do, so after watching today's episode now you know what you can expect if you see those maps after 1.1. I'm trying to help you out over here, guys, and at the same time I'm helping out myself as well. This is why I love making those news episodes. I am learning together with you. I am up to date with everything Wargaming is doing and is thinking about doing. So quickly, I think I'm not going to cover Minsk and Studzianki anymore because I have actually made one episode about new maps, all of those 3 new maps including Pilsen, but this is a really cool way to show what exactly they did. So this is the old Pilsen minimap, and let me drag this bar so you can see what they did to the new version. It is like right side. I would say the right side is completely different. Gameplay wise it looks completely different. Like in the middle this was huge kill zone. I can say if you were over here you were dead. Like automatically you were dead. But now we have so many bumps, we have so many hills. I tried to provide you some footage on the background as well for you. And both north and south side has been tuned a lot. Plus really sneaky position is on the very right. We have some railroad action over here where you can hide your light tanks, for example, where you can spot the enemy sniping tank destroyers across the map. Maybe this is just one option for you, but those little bumps are actually not super small, so you can hide your heavy tanks even behind it. But I don't know if it is completely in the artist shadow. I would say no, but still something at least. And some different housing placement you can see, like previously we didn't have any housing over here, but now we do. And also that big warehouse in the middle of the map was moved just a bit and was made smaller. And now one of the biggest changes is coming up right now. Boom, over here. Now you can actually cross it, you can support the left side of the map. That was also changed. And they actually did something really awesome. Simply by hovering over those numbers you can see little tooltips. For example, this position, the lowland, how to call it, with hangars, is on the same level as the rest of the map now, so previously it wasn't apparently. Opening clear shots all the way to the middle area. One thing that they do not mention over here is the distance between those warehouses is a lot longer. Like I would say maybe even 4 times the distance we had before, and it is so much better for the gameplay action. Like previously, let's see if you can see the distance. Yeah, it actually doesn't serve it right. This distance is way bigger than it used to be. But this is a lot more interesting position now. Same goes to the position number 3. Now you can pass it, now you can go into the warehouse, you can flank some enemies, I don't know, maybe you can surprise kill some of the sniping TDs or side-scraping heavy tanks who are over here. So hangars were repositioned to provide favorable shooting distances. Now they are scattered across the center of the flank, putting an end to quick breakthroughs that used to happen way too often here. Those positions are really good for sniping tank destroyers that are trying to support this death alley. I would actually call it death alley because when your team or enemy team have like 3 tank destroyers, you can most definitely bet that at least one of those tank destroyers is sitting and sniping into that alleyway. So hangar, now you can cross. So yeah, I talked about that already. I talked about those. I talked about position number 5, 6. Well, this is pretty standard. You can put your sniping tank destroyers over there, or I don't know, maybe even heavy tanks, something like that. And 7 is just sneaky flanking maneuver. Especially, I would say it is especially awesome with T100 LT because of how low profiled vehicle that is. And I really do like the idea that you are able to be super sneaky, you are able to flank all the way across the map, boom, and I am over here. Like maybe you can spot the artillery, like turretless tank destroyers, something like that. It is really awesome and sneaky way to do stuff. But that much about the Pilsen. Now let's take a look what Wargaming did to the existing maps that we already have in this game. Glacier, like, I don't know, people have love and hate relationship with Glacier. I can say I know as many people who love this map, who hate this map with their guts. I am in the middle, I don't give a damn. I am getting like good games, I'm getting bad games, like I'm super neutral. I do not actually have any maps that I hate besides Prokhorovka when I'm playing it with either tank destroyers or with heavy tanks. Like Prokhorovka is way too campy map for my playstyle with those vehicle classes, but I love it with light tank. So added a covered position on the aircraft carrier, allowing the north side to retake it. So more cover for your scouts, for your medium tanks. I would say this is actually really good because on the other side there was a lot of cover. Actually, I can think about 2 different positions where you were easily able to fire, where you were easily able to get enough gun depression to put some pressure on the enemy team, but not so much on that side. You needed like -10 degrees at least, if not -12 degrees of gun depression to put some pressure on all those guys on the south side of the map. So really good, I would say really good balancing. So now, if I'm starting from the north side, I am actually thinking about taking the hill as well with my light tanks, for example. But next up, position number 2, balanced the shoot-throughs to allow hitting the tanks rolling onto the carrier. Okay, so now I guess they are more balanced, more equally open for both sides. Like, I don't know, so far I have to say I didn't have any problems whatsoever to shoot at those tanks that are trying to go up on the carrier. But oh well, maybe it was necessary. Next up we have position number 3, added covered positions, helping the northern team move from behind the carrier. Okay, this is really good actually. Once again I have to say that the north side already had a lot more cover, so south team had a lot easier time to push forward into the enemy base, into the north base, because just look at this rock, for example. You were able to work around this rock. This little tiny rock provided some more cover, and also this rock is a lot bigger than this one, but those two, I guess they have to balance each other, but this is a lot bigger once again. So more cover, bigger rock means more cover and more plays. So now it should be a bit easier, I hope so at least. Next up, number 4, so this is the TD position as far as I know. Nerfed a TD position for the southern team that allowed to shoot at everything along the central fault line. I wonder what they did. I think they made it a bit more open, if I can see it from the picture. So now you can actually, or now you actually have to think before you move, before you act. So yeah, this is the nerf to the DD position, and something in the south side as well. Improved the northern side's positions near the Serpentine Road. Okay, but anyway, these are all the tunings, revamps to the Glacier map. Let me know what you think about it now. Do you still hate it? Well, actually, they didn't change the metagame of this map. They simply made it a bit more balanced. So if you did hate it, you most likely are still going to hate it. But moving on to the next map, and next up we are going to have Siegfried Line, one of the oldest maps in this game, and seems like we have 8 points of interest in the middle of the city. Well, besides that, point number 5. But let's start with number 1. Adjust the terrain, made the stone walls taller, no more sniping shoot-throughs here from the southern side. And just look at the picture, guys, it is a lot taller. Like, this is that first camping push for the light tanks, if I understand correctly, and now it is almost even ground. Really interesting. Okay, this should definitely change something. And then number 2, put a pile of rocks into the arc and by the corner of the house to fortify this position for the northern team. So now you are not able to shoot through all those pillars in that position. Okay. Next up, number 3, put a pile of rocks by the corner of the house to fortify this position for the north team. Okay guys, can you see the trend over here? Once again, I can see really good positions for all the hull down kings. Ah yes, 7. 60 DP. Like the list goes on and on and on. If you have strong turret, slopey turret, all those changes are going to be yours, especially on this map. Like this, you can hide your lower plate easily and they cannot penetrate your turret and GG. So this position is, yeah, it actually changes a lot. Number 4, moved the stone wall a bit to create a shoot through for new TD firing position. So this, I think they removed that wall over here. So position number 5 has easier shots into the city. So firing corridor from number 5, like to this position. I guess let's take a look. Yes, now you're able to see through it quite easily. Alright, interesting. Number 6, I guess more rubble. Let's see. Yes, more hull down action. So number 7, adjust the T-terrain inside of the block. More opportunities for the north side to press on the opponents and force them to leave cover. Okay, so I guess they were worried about all the south guys who were over here. I guess so. Because otherwise, I don't know, sometimes if your team had faster heavy tanks starting from the north side, you were dominating this part of the map anyway. But oh well. And from the minimap, I can see more rubble in position number 8. Yes, added a pile of rocks here. It will make pushing through the enemy lines and countering their moves more convenient in this direction. Of course. Yes, 7 position once again. So all in all, I can say Siegfried Line was made a lot more hull down heavy tank friendly, or maybe even hull down medium tank friendly map. Get strong turret and you dominate on Siegfried Line. Anyway, moving on. Next up we have good old Mines, one of the oldest maps. I think Mines has actually been in this game from the get-go, together with Malinovka, if I remember correctly. Anyway, let's take a look, and only 4 positions. Okay, let's read it. The position on the south spawning team on the small island has been improved. All I can see from the picture is like 1 rock and 2 bushes. Maybe they simply added some bushes next to that rock. I don't know, I don't remember exactly, but encounter battle mode needs to be looked at and tuned. So camping position for south side, improved position for tank destroyers spawning in the south, reduce the height of the rocks, resulting in a clear shoot through. Okay, and now you can support the island from that camping position as well. Added thicker bushes and created more space. Roger. Awesome time sniping. Next up, number 3. Added a position on the verge for the south spawning team, allowing better control of both islands. Okay, it sounds nice, but you are not thinking about one thing. If you do not have the hill, you are not able to use this position. As simple as it is. If north side gets the hill, this position is useless. Completely useless. Unless it opens up some, I don't know, unless nothing. Forget it. Forget it, guys. So yeah, it is nice, but only if you have the hill. And if you have the hill, you are going to win anyway. And finally, the spawn of the south is a little bit closer to the island and the center of the map. Okay, so new spawn point. Mines. Apparently, it was balanced enough already. And finally, let's take a look at Provence. And as you can see, Provence map has a lot of points of interest. But I would say the main new feature with this map is that it's available only for tier 4 to tier 7 vehicles. No tier 8s, tier 9s and tier 10s. You are not able to see this with your Jagdpanzer 100, with your 183, with your FE45. You are not able to one-shot tanks across the map. I have actually seen 8,000 damage battles, 9,000 damage battles, 10,000 damage battles by those vehicles sitting in one and only position. This map was not made for tier 10s, unless they make this middle... no tier 10s. It was awesome. I actually quite enjoyed it with my medium tanks, with my light tanks. Like, it was, for me, I don't know why, but it almost always equaled automatical ace tanker. So much spotting, so much damage. For me personally, it actually was ace tanker farming map for light tanks and medium tanks. Yeah, but now available only for tier 4 to tier 7 vehicles, so this is what you have to know at least. But anyway, let's quickly take a look what they did to the Provence map. Right off the bat, I can say that position number 5 and number 9 are over here to reduce the amount of draws this map had. Yes, it had so many draws because after all the tank destroyers killed like light tanks, medium tanks, heavy tanks across the map. There were only tank destroyers versus tank destroyers, or sometimes artilleries and so on, and nobody wanted to make any moves. They were simply sitting in the bush, and this battle ended with a draw. And when they decided to go into the Glacier zone, it was completely out in the open, in the middle of the map. With your hull down vehicles, you were easily able to dominate it, but now it has more cover, it has some houses, some housing, some more bushes. Like, just think about hiding your E25 into that bush, for example. Good luck, or STRV. Good luck spotting that dude. It can easily outgap it. And same thing on the other side, a little rock. But I would say I would rather take house as a cover instead of a rock. And it seems like this rock is not as big as that house as well. But maybe it is. I don't know. Anyway, so number 9 and number 5 just to reduce the amount of draws. Now 1 and 8, they simply wanted to make this position similar to the north side. Like over here we had some cover and a lot of areas to snipe from. So south side had a bit harder time to snipe across the map. Now it should be more equal. Number 4, improved position for the rock, making it easier to hide behind, so more RT cover, more sniping cover, so you can actually defend versus all those guys who are coming up from the canyon road or hill road or whatever. Added a small stone shelter, so I guess RT cover once again, maybe. Like, rocks are a bit taller, if I can see correctly. Like this position, I don't understand. Oh well. It doesn't matter too much. Added a position near the monastery. Oh, so now you are able to get yourself into this bush. This is really awesome for like tank destroyers that have actually some view range as well, like tier 7 tank destroyers, because now you have to remember that tier 8, tier 9 and tier 10 vehicles are not able to see this map. So now this position is really tempting. Yeah, okay. So number 2, a slope has been added to the monastery, so spawning tanks will now be able to attack this direction. Okay, if I understand, they made the slope a bit better. Yeah, because previously you needed at least -10 degrees, if not -12 degrees of compression to attack this position without putting yourself into too big of a risk. So now it should be a bit better. Alright, so number 2, what else? Number 8, additional improvements to the positions near the base. Additional cover. Ooh, actually they made this little like sniping window. I think so, if I remember correctly. Number 6. Not 10, number 6 please. The chamber is removed from the defending verge. Alright, 10, a small defending position added. Okay, so this rock, I guess. I actually haven't played on that side of the map too often. Usually I try to do some spotting and stuff like that. But anyway, this is Provence, now available only for tier 4 to tier 7 vehicles. Let me know what you think about it. Are you happy about it or are you super sad? As I said before, I don't know, once again I'm neutral. I didn't hate this map, I actually didn't hate this map. In my opinion, it was, gameplay wise, it was completely different compared to the mines, for example, or to the Siegfried Line or to the Glacier. it was different. Okay, actually, maybe Glacier and Provence are maybe kind of the same, but still, we didn't have anything like this in top tiers before. I don't know. I'm always sad if we lose any maps, but guys, let me know what you think about new Pilsen, Glacier, Minsk, Siegfried Line and Provence. I would say, yeah, this is another era of Hull Town Kings. Welcome to World of Tanks 60 DB, for example. And this was my today's episode featuring some map updates with update 1.1. I hope you enjoyed, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you in here tomorrow as well. Same place and maybe same time, we'll see. Stay awesome, take care and bye.